Welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about
whatever we want.
And we got Timmy back.
Hey, whoa!
Thanks for having me. We've never filmed together before.
We have never filmed together, but you know what? I'm not the guest today, baby. I'm a regular.
It's true, so fuck this guy! It's all about me!
It's all about me!
You're in the hot seat.
How do you
Jumper
guys know
seat.
each other though?
Mutual friends.
Probably.
Because we all known each other from the back in the day entertainment circles.
Really? Oh,
All of us.
Yeah.
All of us. I met this dude on a tour in Australia. That was
Tick tour?
Yeah, the Tick tour. Man, that was a great memory.
I mean, I feel like our mutual friend I also know from an Australia venture. Fucking Mike Song.
You were in Australia with my song?
That was my first tour.
I thought you said Canada.
No, Canada and Australia. So we did a handful of shows in Canada. So my first ever tour that I ever did was with Kappa Modern and Jay Rise. We did a couple shows in Canada, then we went to Australia. First time going to Australia for shows and shit.
Australia's the bomb.
Never been.
Yo, Australia's so fun.
I want to go.
And it's fun if you're single too, because
yeah.
girls
Definitely not
love American accents out there.
And we love Australian girl accents.
Bro, that'd be mind-blowing, dude.
The first time I was out, like my first couple days I was out there, I was shopping, and just the first employee was like, asked me if I needed help. I was like, no, I'm good. She's like, oh, you have an accent. I was like, oh, I have an accent.
That's what I thought.
I don't mind if I do.
And then after I did a show, I was like in the van or whatever, going back to the the girls that were hosting us, and I was talking about someone, and the girl was just like, you have such a thick American accent. Can you just talk? I love to hear you talk. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
I can talk.
You say Doritos. You say Doritos, mate. I do a good Australian accent. It's really good. Really good.
Yeah, man, it's so fun. I remember the first time, like, hearing Asian, you know, because we don't really have like Asians with accents, with like European and Australian accents out here. I remember the first time we did a show in London, we met this girl, and she had a really like raspy, this Asian girl, she had a raspy like British accent, right? Of course, she's British. But we kept asking her to say dirty shit. So we're like, yo, can you say like, fuck my pussy? And then she'd be like, oh my God, all right, oh my God, fuck my pussy. And we'd all go, oh!
Even you saying that right now, I'm like, oh my god.
It's now made me shiver a little bit.
Dog! It was great. It was great.
Why does it sound so nice?
It's great. Oh man, I think it's just so different. Yeah. Because it's me doing it.
Well, you guys know why he said fuck my pussy. Come on, don't lie.
Why? No, we're just making her say fun stuff.
Uh-huh.
I actually did not have sex with that particular girl.
It was her friend.
Yeah. But yeah, traveling's fun.
I know. Huh?
Mike's song.
Yeah, my song.
Yeah, that's how we.
I remember when we went to Australia that time. We were in, I think it was Brisbane or some shit, right? But
Brisbane.
We did a after party. Brisbane, okay. We were all staying in the same hotel, and then I remember we were all in the hotel room. We got girls to come into our room, and then what? You weren't there though.
Other girls.
Yeah, but we ended up fucking talking all night because one of our other friends were supposed to come up, and it was like 3 guys, 3 girls, but he got lost because he was so drunk. So it was 2 guys, 3 girls, and then the girl in the middle was like, I don't want to be here. And then I'm like, okay, you can leave. Bye. I'm just gonna go to sleep. But the other girls want to be there, and then they're just talking, and then we had a flight for some reason at 6 in the morning.
I hate it.
So we had like an hour from everything, and then we're just talking about life and shit. And I was like, man, I wish I could have just came and took a power nap. But I'm gonna just go on this plane now, and I just decided to take a shower. It was like the worst thing ever.
You didn't get the fuck?
No. But everybody there thought we were all like getting laid, like, yeah, giving us daps, and I'm all like, yeah, that's not what happened, guys. We fucking talked all night.
We talked about life, though.
Yeah, we talked about life and shit, bro.
Water. No.
That's always a trip. We had what's the cat's I can picture his face right now, but I can't. Hawk. Dude, that cat. Yeah, having him. I could just sit here and have him say shit all day long.
I know. And the way he speaks too is like the posh kind of English. It's not even like the dirty kind.
I don't even know what the difference is, but I'm like, wow, it's so regal. Everything he says, it's so.
Yeah, everything sounds.
He's not speaking from like the Dojian, you know? The Dojian.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Proper English.
Chatting shit.
That's why they just need to have people with British accents tell people to get vaccines.
Oh, right.
Just knock off stop having people out there with American accents.
That's why my Siri is with the British female accents.
Really?
More nice to hear her.
You could do that?
Yeah, because she's always like wrong about stuff anyway, so you might as well like sound nice.
Bro, I had this GPS where you could set it to Snoop Dogg's voice. It was like a thing you could download.
That's right.
Yeah, so he would be like, it would be like, you know, you would be driving, and he'd be like,
left.
yeah, and then he'd be like, oh, you have got to your destination, my nizzle. Like
That was Waze. That was early Waze.
it was also like when you the GPSs weren't attached to your like shit yet, and you had to buy the separate GPS and like plug, you know, like attach it to your
like a TomTom.
Yeah, it was a TomTom.
Why doesn't that still exist? That sounds incredible.
You probably could.
I want the Snoop Dogg direction thing.
Do it. Probably still have it.
Really?
He's doing like security cam commercials now.
Or hosting fights.
He's on the ring camera.
He's not just like doing like rap during the fights. He's also like emceeing the fights,
His commentary's
commentating
the
the
best.
fights. For all I know, he's gonna be in the fights next time.
He was in
Wasn't he
WWE.
celebrity? Oh, yeah.
He always did he did like 4 or 5 WWE like specials.
But he didn't fight, did he?
No, he got in there and he always like was one of those intermission things that ended up like doing like a clothesline or something like that to one of the, you know, Snoop.
He's like the Trump McMahon thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, there was a guy, someone sent me a video of this dude on stream who was talking about how in Australia, you guys were like the nicest, like this person was helping put together the shows and stuff, and they were saying how like you JK was like the nicest people, bought everybody food at this one event, and then they were asking this guy who was streaming who was one of the worst people, and this motherfucker said me. And I was
Wow.
and this is why the clip got censored.
Why are you so fucked up?
Was it true though?
No, it was. I'll tell you. I'll give you all the deets.
What'd you do, Timmy?
It was so okay. So
I don't remember buying people food.
I'm buying people shit.
It's like these assholes.
someone sent this clip to me, and this guy was like, "Oh, I don't want to put it out there, but yeah, Timothy Delgado was like, you know, like the worst." And then so I was like, "What? I've always been super nice to anybody I've like done shows with, like anybody I've meet and greet with, right?" So I DM'd this guy. I'm like, "Bro, what are you talking about here, right?" And he was like, "Oh, no, it was like just one time after this show, one of the crew members was like crying because you and like Andrew and someone else were making fun of him, I guess."
He deserved it though.
Was like roasting somebody and he started crying. I'm like, no, that is not what happened, sir. Let me tell you what happened, all right? Because there was one Australia tour specifically. It was supposed to be called the Epic.
Is that when you guys got scammed?
When we got super dick.
Yeah.
And we ended up calling it the Epic Fail Tour because everything got fucked up, right? Like, long story short, this dude that put the whole thing together, he was like booking these huge venues and then realizing that he couldn't fill the seats because promo was whack out there. Literally, we'd be out in Melbourne, right? And we'd run into fans on the street and we'd be like, "Oh, y'all coming to the show tonight?" They'd be like, "What show? We don't know there's a show, right?" And then so no one knew about the show, so this guy would have to cancel the venues at the last minute, and then so we'd be fucking like, "Oh, we don't know what's going on." People are tweeting us like, "Where's the show? What's going on?" We're like, "We don't know." Like our hotel, we didn't have rooms at one point.
Wow.
Literally call my homegirl in Sydney, be like, "I have no place to stay tonight in Sydney. Can me and Rick crash at your place?"
I love your accent so much.
I'm just hearing a guy who's trying so hard and Tim's not even appreciating how hard he's trying. That's all I hear.
Basically, this guy fucked up. Everything was fucked up. Everyone was pissed, right? And then we'd still have to do these meet and greets. And then, like, I remember people tweeting, like, why was everybody in such a pissy mood? You know, they think they're too cool. And I was on their Facebook page, like, "No, guys, you guys don't know what's going on. Like, you know, like, shit's fucked up right now." So anyways, one of this dude's helpers also was fucking shit up. He like left somebody's bag in a taxi. He like left Victor Kim's luggage in a taxi, and the taxi like left, and this had like a super like vintage microphone that Victor took on all his like tours and like a suit he had tailored in Hong Kong and shit. So Victor was pissed. So we were like, man, fuck these guys, right? So we're like making fun of this dude because he's wearing the same blazer every day for a week, right? So we're making fun of this dude because we're pissed at everybody, right?
Wear a different blazer.
Shelf life on blazers.
Huh?
When you gotta clean your blazer?
Just
You can't wear it every day.
Depends on who you are.
yeah.
Every day.
I think like 3 days is the max.
Okay.
Look, we're with this guy every day for this show. And I'm talking about we're walking around in the street and he's wearing a V-neck t-shirt and a blazer. We're like, bruh, like, why you keep wearing the same blazer?
But he cried because you guys just made fun of his clothes.
Yes!
A grown man was
He
crying.
deserved it,
Bro,
bro.
and it was all like
He was trying so hard, Joe.
This is what we're just roasting each other, you know. But we're like getting some of this like anger, energy off, and like roasting this dude a little bit. So apparently this motherfucker cried, right? I didn't know this.
Today's video is brought to you by Babbel. Have you guys ever wanted to learn a second, third, or quad language? Because I always do. And you know what I said to myself before I went to France? I said, I want to parlez-vous français? Oui, oui.
Ooh, nice.
You know?
Yeah.
I want to learn that, but I want to learn conversational because every single time I go on and try to learn through a book or whatever, it don't work, man.
It's words that you never use. I remember I downloaded this one app from before, and they taught me Spanish, the word abogado or something, which is lawyer. And I'm like, when am I ever gonna use that? I wanna learn how to order food, say hi to people, how's your day, have a conversation. I don't even use the word lawyer in English.
Yeah. I don't even need one. I represent myself in court.
So that's why I like Babbel, because all of the lessons are centered around conversations, and also they're short 15-minute segments, so it's really easy. You could be taking a poo-poo, taking a walk. You can fit your language learning within your whole day.
And the cool thing is, it was created by language experts. There's over 100 of them to make sure that you can go ahead and pronounce them right because they speak back to you. And a lot of the times when you're trying to learn a new language, you don't have that feedback. You know, tutors are expensive. This app does it all for you.
And what's cool is if you're trying to learn a new language, they got a super awesome deal right now. If you buy 3 months, you get the next 3 months for free. So that's getting 6 months worth of classes for 3 months. So make sure you go to babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com. Use the code OFFTHERECORD to get this deal. That's the code OFFTHERECORD at Babbel, BABBEL.com.
Babbel. You gotta make fun of a guy harder if he does that though. Yeah, if you're over the age of 20.
You're a grown man.
He was a grown man.
Maybe 17.
And if you're wearing a blazer V-neck combo all the time, you deserve to get made fun of, yo.
And the thing about it was the energy in our group was we were all roasting each other too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the thing about our friends though, unfortunately. Sometimes we go into places and we all roast each other, so when we roast people, people are like, wait, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh man, I don't know. That's what I do.
You're my friend.
That's what I like, I'm sorry, it happens. Yeah.
So this guy apparently he ran into this kid that was crying and was like, what happened? He told him and whatever. So he's like, oh man, what happened?
It's so mean. He's a bully.
Yeah. So
Maybe I always just buy people food all the time. Everywhere we go.
We always buy food though.
Do we?
I always eat it
think
every
so.
time I'm here. I always eat the food you guys buy me.
But I don't even remember a trip where we bought food for everyone.
I love that they try to hand you clout and you push it away.
You're like, that wasn't us, dude.
You guys are such smart businessmen sometimes.
There was that one, the second or third time I went to Australia. I remember you started yelling at one of the...
Oh, right. I got into a fight with the fucking promoter guy. This guy was deep in his computer game. He had his headphones on. He didn't know I was having a full-blown argument in front of his face. Yeah, another failed Australia show. It was they rented out a huge convention center. They tried to make the whole what was it?
Failure.
It's like their
lost failure.
their E3,
Whole
right?
country in the bin, thanks.
They try to make like a fucking what is it? Like a like the YouTube one. The YouTube
VidCon.
VidCon, yeah.
No, more like Playlist Live, maybe.
Yeah, it was one of those,
you guys.
right? But another failure, like this guy thought that you just bring YouTubers.
What's his name, John?
No, he was like an old dude. He was like an old Australian dude. He had a team, whatever.
Blazer, V-neck.
No, but
Probably Venus.
I didn't even know he was running the show. I didn't even know his thing, right? But so one of the workers asked us to go down into the space, like where everyone's doing meet and greets in the convention center. So we go down, And then like a TV station comes and they're like interviewing people, and then no one's explaining to me what's going on or whatever. So I was like, man, this is kind of crazy and chaotic. Well, if they don't need me, I'm gonna go back upstairs. So I walk up. As I'm walking up, people follow me, like a lot of the YouTubers or whatever. And then we go back into the green room and we're chilling. And I'm chilling, and I feel this like tap on my shoulder, and then and I turn around and this old white dude's like yelling at me. He goes, "You know how much money I spent and this and that and whatever." And then as soon as something just lights in my head and I start yelling back, and I was like, "What the fuck? You have a shitty show? You have fucking volunteers doing this shit? What the fuck?" And I was in his face, right? Right.
Dude, social experiment, just start yelling at Joe. See what he does. Hey, yo, fuck you back, motherfucker, you blue shirt wearing piece of shit.
And then, the Alpha Cat was right there. I think Smosh, like, there was a couple of people just watching, like, the shit go down, right? And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you in the first place?" He goes, "I run this whole thing." And I'm like, "You're doing a shitty fucking job." And then, like, I guess he didn't expect me to blow up on him like that.
It's probably so used to yelling at
people. He was trying to come at me. Yeah. He's like, "I'm spending millions here." And I'm like, "Well, you should have fucking spent more, motherfucker." Like, we were fighting. And the whole time I look over, and Bart is like this with his headphones on, the computer like,
Barber Brigade.
right?
So good.
It was so hilarious. And then this guy backs down. He doesn't know what else to say. He walks away. He apologizes. And then, like, from that point on, dude, like, every time he sees me, he's smiling. He's opened up the door. He's, like, kissing ass and shit.
Love it.
And then I was like, man, I swear to God, I would have started throwing fists at this guy because it was such a weird thing.
Like a kangaroo.
And if you did, your boy Bart, if he did, your boy Bart is like, "Oh, my favorite workout is actually, I like to do arm I like to do leg raises too sometimes, so when I'm feeling dirty."
Dude, I almost forgot about that. It's been so long. But I had to get out of that room, so we went to a separate room. Remember that? With me and Casey, and we just hung out there to like chill out for the rest of the day. But I feel like this guy, what I got out of it is he thought that I was leading this like this protest against the event.
Oh, because all the YouTubers were following.
Strike or some shit. YouTubers going on strike.
Walking away, and he thought that like, dude, you can't just be here and be a part of this promotion with the TV program, right? Because they were interviewing people. But it was so disorganized, no one knew what we were supposed to do. So I was waiting there for like 30 minutes, and I was like, well, I guess they don't need me. Because also there were bigger YouTubers at the time. So I was like, they probably don't need me. So I walked up, and he was fuming, dude. And I think that the event was so bad that he needed to take out his anger on someone. Yeah. And I was like, you fuck with the wrong dude, man. Not today.
Should have fucked with Bart.
Yep, should have fucked.
Yeah, I was listening on the computer, and I'm like, "Oh shit, she's about to go down." Because I don't know how to talk, I only know how to fight. So I'm like, "Oh, this isn't like it's gonna fight anytime soon."
Just cracking his knuckles, waiting for the time.
Yeah. It was funny, dude.
And he was like, "You call that a knife? This is a knife."
You call that a USB? Yes, a USB.
Or I'd be like, "Hey, you don't want to do this, dude." And he's like, "Well, I got a knife," and I'm like, "I have a Bart."
We go, "I got a Bart."
Good luck to you.
Oh man, that was a fun time, man.
Good eye.
There was that chick that was trying to like, she was trying to get boned by us three the whole time.
Who was that girl?
Wait, at the same time?
Well, like, she was like, "You guys need a ride?" And then she would go with us to our room, and we're like, "Hey, I think we're really tired. We're jet lagged." She goes, "Oh yeah, I can just go in. I'll just sit around, and you guys can take a nap." And we're like, "We don't know who the fuck you are."
Was she hot?
No, not really.
No, it was weird.
You wouldn't be bitching about it if she was.
Honestly, I don't know how we got into the situation, but she wanted
sexy as fuck.
She was glued to us the whole time.
No, you know why? It's because she wanted to hang out with Smosh. This is what we found out, is that Smosh was there, and she was a big fan of them. And then
She's just using us?
We were staying at the same hotel.
Stepping stone.
Yeah, we were in the same hotel, right? And I thought that she was friends with Mari. So she was gonna fucking meet up with them. And she goes, "Oh, I'm going to the same place. You guys need a ride." And then that's why we're like, "Oh, I thought Casey knew her." And then you're like, "I thought you knew her." And I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
So none of you guys knew her?
No.
And it goes from the event into the car, into the same elevator, and into our room, and then we're like,
She's in the same room.
In the room chilling?
we're like, why is she in our room right now?
That's confidence, dude.
It was like, it happened in like 15 minutes, right? And then I realized for the whole 20 minutes, she's been talking with no like time to breathe. And then she pops out some pills, starts fucking downing them in our hotel room. And we're just like, what the fuck, dude? And then we go to dinner. We're like with J.S. Lee, you know those girls, and we meet up with Choni. The whole time that bitch is talking and shit. And I'm like, I wish there was a girl here to like punch this girl. Cause I'm like, I don't even know how to deal with this situation. Like, it's 3 dudes. We don't know how to be like, hey, get the fuck out of here, bitch. You know, like.
Yeah, that's tough. That's aggressive.
Right? Like, I don't know. I know how to deal with the annoying guy, but a girl, it feels so weird.
In Australia, you just say cunt because that means it's good and bad. In Australia.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No, do you know cunt is a term of endearment in
I
Australia?
didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
He's a good cunt.
No, whenever I was in Australia, they would always be like, "You're such a fucking sick cunt, bruv. You're such no, mate. You're such a fucking sick cunt, mate. You're such a fucking
I'm like,
sick."
fuck you, dude. What's it called to you, bro?
They love the word cunts out there. It's crazy.
It's a term of endearment, mate.
Similar thing happened to me. This is like 2013, right? And I'm at the YouTube Comedy Awards. Remember that shit?
No,
Norm
I
Macdonald
wasn't
was-
invited. No.
Okay, Norm Macdonald was like outside, like emceeing and shit, right? And Nikki comes up to me, and she was not invited.
Were you guys together yet?
We were not together yet. And I was like, and she was like, can you get me in? And I was like, I don't know. You're gonna be another one of those Smosh fuckers.
Heard about them.
You know what I mean?
And then
Because Smosh is right back there, and I'm like, are you here for me, or are you here to fuck Smosh?
yeah. And
Yeah.
so did she fuck Smosh or?
Yeah, she went in there and fucked Smosh.
Well, yeah.
She took on Anthony and Ian at the same time.
To the
It's not my favorite story.
to the Pokemon theme song.
She did to the exactly right.
I
The
wanna.
video game one, the OG one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a good song.
Damn.
Not the one from the movie that they did differently with orchestral music.
That was a fucking crazy time, man.
This might be a dumb question, but who's Smosh?
Smosh Games or Smosh, it was I guess a group of people, it's like us, just a bunch of friends doing
At one
talk
time,
show,
they were
game
like
shows.
top 1 or top 2 biggest YouTube
They were
channels.
number one.
But started off with just 2 boys.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Smosh Game, like with Mari and
2 long-haired white boys who were just lip syncing and doing funny videos on YouTube. Probably like OG, like started off like 06. Yeah.
A lot of people want to fuck him, huh?
Yeah. Well, they want to fuck one of them. I love them both. They're nice fellas. I
they
just
did skits and all that
You
stuff.
just would only fuck one of them.
Well, no, I mean it's Anthony for sure is the cuter one, most definitely.
There's just
Yeah, Anthony Lee, baby.